Next, we have the Sunbelt Conference Championship game. James Madison takes down Troy 31-14. I wasn't really impressed with James Madison in this game, to be honest with you. I thought that the score was really misleading, the final being 31-14. They don't cover, for one. They were like 24-point favorites in this game, which is insane being in a conference championship. And they needed several late fourth quarter touchdowns to make this look not near as bad as it was of a performance. They could not throw the ball on Troy for most of this game. They needed Wayne Knight to have a masterclass, go for 223 and a touchdown in this one, ripping off a 73-yard touchdown run to take their first lead of the game in the second quarter. I was just not impressed. So I fully anticipate this team getting blown out in the first round of the playoffs by whoever they play, which is most likely going to be Oregon.
This game actually kind of went like I expected. I was saying last week that Troy has a very underrated defense, and you saw that today. James Madison only scored 24 on offense because that last touchdown was a scooping score, but I had the score being 31-13 and 31-14. I figured that they would cover, and they found a way. But yeah, James Madison, they did not play great in this one, and playoffs probably going to be a rough first round exit blowout, unfortunately.
Yeah, after seeing what I saw from Alonzo Bennett in the first quarter of this football game, he started with like 1 for 7. He had negative yards passing. I was like, they're really gonna have to turn this around in the second half of this game, and he's gonna have to put on a legitimate performance for me to think they have a chance against anybody in the playoff field. But he didn't really do much after that. I think he had a rushing touchdown, probably ran for like 85 yards, but he did not really have a big performance. The quarterback position in postseason matters so much. I just don't think they have a real difference maker at that position right now. He can get it done against the competition level that they've been playing against this season. That's very true. He's been doing it all year. But when it comes to teams that are in the Power Four, I don't think that James Madison would have won too many games this year. They got beat by 14 against Louisville, which they had a chance to actually win that game. So they put up a decent performance. That was their only loss this year. They didn't play anybody else that was good.
That's also too though, and they were still messing with the two quarterback system for some reason, and that was really stupid. If they would have rode with Alonzo Bennett, I think they would have had a much better chance to win that one.
Yeah, I agree. I think we made that distinction early on. Alonzo Bennett is their better quarterback, but I just don't think that he presents the threats necessary to make them dangerous on offense. If they had a guy like Byron Brown or Drew Messamaker at quarterback, I'd be like, yeah, they probably could make a close game against somebody in a shootout if they get lucky. I don't think James Madison's finding a shootout in Eugene or in Oxford. So, with that being said, they get it done. They start 12-1 in the Sun Belt. That's a really good season. They lose their head coach Bob Chesney to UCLA after this postseason. They're going to give everything they got in their playoff game. I just don't think it's going to really matter. So, unfortunately, I doubt we'll have games like this in the future for the playoffs. If James Madison, teams like James Madison keep making it into the playoffs, something's going to have to change because I think the line on that game will probably be 20 plus points.
Yeah, you can blame the ACC for this one.
Yeah, we'll get back to that a little bit when we start getting to the optical assault segment. I think that'll be a fun conversation to have.